All right. I've got my little wheel turning. I don't know if I'm live, but if we are, hey, we live. Yep, we are live. Okay, let me turn that down. It just see if I can get rid of that. Okay. All right. Cajun Coin Hunter here, aka Boudreaux. Let's see what yeah, got the Evinrude hat on again today. I had the Cajun hat on yesterday. Evinrude, damn good motor. All right. Let's see. David Carlisle, what's up? My family bro. Radio Mike Cena, what's up? Morning me, how you doing? Let's see. We got Randy Toraboli in the house. What's up? Two ATVs down, melted and fell off the dock. That's about it, man. It's hot out here. It is hot. Not was. It is. The other day it was 96, and it was like 6:30 or something like that. That's unusual. Yeah. 710. What's up, Rick? Yeah. Turner, sir. Yeah. Yeah, man. Got the Vine toolbox drawers going for you. That's for sure. I watched the first one to watch the short that you put out. The bottom drawer. Yeah. Oh, wave Rick. What's up? I tried to look for an email for you in your about page and I couldn't find it. Nothing but love. What's up? What's up? Didn't have Simon up here after a while. Maybe Big Rob, barbecue pit dog, maybe Smoky ribs. I don't know. We'll see. Smoky is a little busy now. He got that freeze dry. Raging Cajun. What's up, morning man? Uncle Bradley up in Las Vegas. What's up, Uncle Bradley? B&H Customs. Hey, be here. Boogity book. Louisiana High Rise. How you doing, Shaq? From North Louisiana, up there, Louisiana High Rise. Michael, Radio Mike, been busy finishing up some projects. Can you send me some photos, if you would? Okay. Oh, I can send you some photos. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. I got a couple of pictures too. I text next buddy of mine. He never seen the, the temporary workbench I got. He's seen my other workbench I had. He's the one that got me that. He's not the one that got. Yeah, you could say he's the one that turned me on to that location I was at for 10 years, the Tiger Truck Stop with my radio shop there. Everybody over there at Tiger Truck Stop already knew me as a truck driver. They didn't know I was a radio guy though, because I wasn't doing it for a living until I moved it over there. Then that was my living. Hell, 9222. What's up, morning, me? Renegade's Garage in the house. Text guy 790. What's up, morning, me? You in here early today. Usually you come in at the end and miss everything, but we got you in there right now. And there's Miss Missy Luquette. How's it going? That's my honey right there. All right, let's see. I got my links all sent out. I got, I don't know, about 9 or so, 10 sent out. We're going to see who shows up. Got some new guys that's going to be coming in, hopefully. And then we'll see what the situation is in the panel. Then I'll send some more links out later. I'll tell you what, the other day it was, me and Missy went to town. It was 101 degrees and 117 heat index. We went to, Missy needed some yarn for a special project for her sister up in Arkansas. And when we walked in the garden department, we always go through the garden department. We walked through there and it was 100 degrees in Walmart in the garden department. Man, they had a guy checking out and I says, man, isn't it too hot to be checking out, in here all the time? He was like, I'm used to it. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm glad you are. I know I sure ain't. Raging Cajun. Hello, Missy, the best Cajun cook on YouTube. I would agree. I would agree. In fact, we got quite a few videos on Cajun cooking, step by step. Radio Mike. Pretty sure you're still here. Robert Malhouse, what's up? Man, I haven't seen you in, I don't know, a little while. Monkey King Metals, what's going on? Monkey King, what about that coin show? Man, yesterday I figured Saturday would be the big day. I'm watching a few streams, hitting the like buttons. You know, everybody was at 3 or 4 o'clock. Everybody's on their way home. I'm like, what? A coin show? Man, if I was like work Monday through Friday, and I left just say, you know, if I had a rough Friday at work or something, I wanted to sleep in Friday, you know, Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and just say it was a 2 hour drive over there. That's 11 o'clock. People are leaving for 12 and 1 o'clock. That's not a coin show to me. They don't have coin shows over here on Friday. Start Friday, pack up Saturday. No, it's pack up Sunday. That's the way they used to do it. Battery and load performance. Okay. I got a little deal I want to do. It's made with a European plug. And a European plug, the two prongs on those, they 4 millimeters. They fit in a meter. And they the right size, like for a BNC jack. I'll get the little uh, adapter in a minute, but it fits perfect in a meter, both of them. It's the right spacing. And I want to make a little test, a little gear, little piece of test gear with it. I've seen it on a YouTube video, and it'll tell you how many uh, volts your Zener diodes are, what resistor you have, if the colors are faded or whatever. Uh, yeah, it's awesome. Jungle Bob Repair, what's up? Oh yeah, happy 4th of July to everybody. Ahead of time. Happy 4th ahead of time. Independence Day. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me get these pictures up. This be today's project. Okay, big old shunt in there. I don't know how many amps it is. And what value it is. Make out what that container is. It's like a piece of foam with some acrylic or something. No, let me go back up. Oh, okay, one of those style project boxes. All right. Oh man, wow. One of those AliExpress digital readouts. Milliamps, volts, microamps. I mean milliamps. 11.6. Can't make that out. I could blow it up. Check these pics out before I put them up. Oh, now I can make it out. Watts. Is that watts? Ohms. Internal resistance. External resistance. Internal resistance. Energy. Yeah, watt. Okay, watt hours. Okay. Print time. Wow. Okay. Oh, 3D printed. Okay. Your best tool is a 3D printer. The world looks like a spool of plastic. Wow. That's right. All right. I think I'm going to share that out. Oh, Tex guy. Yeah. LSU baseball. Man, LSU put a spanking on Florida after we took a spanking uh, Sunday. We won Saturday, we lost Sunday, and came back Monday for the World Series. National champs. They are go Tigers. Hey, Philip. What's up? Philip the boy. AZ Coins, what's up? How's everything in Arizona? Okay. Let me do this real quick. All right, AZ Coins, check your email. Rick, yeah, you sure can. You sure can if you want to. Okay, get this present there. Share screen, share screen. Boy, and I need a shave bad. I was supposed to shave the day before yesterday, and I don't know. I just didn't do it. Figured I'd be lazy a couple days. All right, here we go. There's the container. Got his shunt in there. Project box, I should say. Okay, let's try that the complete version. In, out. Got a meter right here, digital display. And this is for battery, checking out batteries, don't matter what kind. Two batteries or what have you. 13.8 volts. And that's car battery on charge. Okay, but that's that's that. Okay. There was one more, but I guess not. 836 milliamps, 11.6 uh, watts of power, 43 milliamp hours, 16.6 ohm external resistance, no internal resistance. All right. So, okay. That's the beast. Don't need fancy for my own use. Yeah, I got a panel meter I ordered, I don't know, about 3 years ago, something like that. Instrument panel meter. I ordered microamps and they sent me milliamps. What I want to do is make a piece of test gear, and I really don't think what meter you put in matters. It could be a microamp. You know, it's the meter. It's 100 milliamps. It's supposed to be microamps, but this is going. They're going to have a circuit board, and then coming out the circuit board to the meter, and then the shunt. It'll be on the outside of the box instead of the inside. I can change the value of the shunt like that. Uh, and it's for receive on. It's for tuning the receive on the radio, uh, whether it be a home audio, home stereo, or two-way ham radio, or CB, or whatever. And since I was in the two-way radio and getting back into that, not just TVs and VCRs and such, uh, I need something to tune the receive since I don't have a spectrum analyzer. And I used to do it like this, but I had to uh, Radio Shack had the stuff, or I could order from DigiKey or whatever, or Consolidate Electronics. I think I used to deal more with Consolidate Electronics instead of DigiKey. Consolidated was a huge company back then. It had 40, 50 people answering the phone. Anyway, I'm wondering if that. I'm thinking. Had a stroke since then. I'm thinking that a microamp and a milliamp meter, there's no difference in it but the display cord. The coils are the same because you're going to be putting it into a circuit that's only going to allow so much to get to that meter, so much juice to get to that meter. Whether it be voltage or what have you. Now, if you're pegging it out on voltage, well, you got too much voltage. You know that's going to be the case right there. A current amplifier to translate from microamps to milliamps. But it's going to be in a circuit, a sensing circuit. So if the coils are the same, the windings for the needle movement is the same milliamp to microamp. That's what I'm not sure about. I didn't forgot that. Yeah, microamp, 100 times more sensitive, much harder to make and keep reliable. Well, this is like I said, it's going to be a piece of test gear. And the way I'm thinking, I can't explain it all the way I'm thinking. Call resistance is not the same? Okay. No, I just got 1 meter. They sent me, I ordered a microamp, but they sent me a milliamp meter. But what I can do, I can change in that circuit. They have the last resistor, the 47,000 ohm resistor. And then another buddy of mine, he said I could put a pot there, a variable resistor right there and control it right there. But I'm also controlling it with the volume knob because what you do with this, you just hook it up, plug it in the PA port or the speaker port, like home audio. Okay, I just go in the speakers, hook it up to that. That's going to my meter, my test box, and it's going to give me whatever it is on the volume. Okay, I just cranked the volume up to 40. Okay, microamps, 40, and then I start tuning my receive transformers, my slugs, according to the service manual, like L6, L7, L8, and then repeat L6, L7, L8 for highest performance on the scope, or spectrum analyzer, peak to peak voltage. So with this meter, I'm doing the same thing. And all I'm doing is making that meter swing a little more. When it backs off, it back off on it a little bit, and boom, you peaked on that call. And just keep repeating it. But I can adjust it anywhere I want with the volume. I could peg that meter out with the volume. Tommy Hanlon, what's going on? How's the weather in Dublin, Ireland? I'm going to go ahead and build a circuit. I've got some circuit board material. Oh boy, I got some circuit board material. I sure do. I'm going to go ahead and make that circuit and try it. And it's calling for electrolytic capacitors. One going to ground, and it's 2 germanium diodes, 1M34A. Actually, they 1N 229, something like that. Oh, yeah. anyway, the replacement is a 1N34A or a 1N60, what have you, germanium. So I'm good on that. But it's calling for electrolytic on the schematics because it's polarized, positive and negative. Uh, okay, instead of ceramic caps, like a .01. But this is a .1. I mean a 1 microfarad, I think, and a 10 microfarad. So I'm pretty sure I've got those caps in stock. I got some Rubicon. Uh, yeah, AM receive. Yeah, yeah. And this ain't fancy. And been trying to find a project box. I got some plastic project boxes. In fact, I'm gonna break out my RF sample from my scope in a minute. Uh, so by the way, Boo, never got a chance to thank you for the mod skill. Mod skill. Oh, yeah. Okay, moderator. Oh, okay. Yeah. Appreciate it again, sir. Okay. Let me see. Where's it? Daryl, did I not send you a link? I know I did to Turner. Turner, you didn't get your email? You see. Yeah, show sent. Let me do this again. Turner. Yeah. Oh, and 710, check your email. Okay. Yeah, don't sweat the microamp, milliamp issue. Yeah, that's what I was thinking because I'm controlling the meter to a certain point. I'm just going to a, a midway point, or not quite a midway point, and I'm just getting a little bit more out of it. Well, check it again, Turner. All right. I'll be right back. All right, we got Turner in the house, and we got Daryl in the house. What's up,
Hey,
guys?
Daryl. Hey,
Howdy,
Boo.
howdy. Hey, how's everybody doing?
No,
Pretty
not
good.
bad. I've officially gone insane, so it's now public information.
Well,
I've lost
I see you're worshiping the toolbox or something this week. What you gonna do next week?
Oh no, the divine toolbox will last forever.
Yeah, he started that yesterday. He went and got some ice cream, and he says, "I'm going to the middle drawer of the toolbox. It will produce ice cream. I don't have any, but I'm going to the middle drawer of the toolbox, the divine toolbox." That's what got started. What started it all right there. Go and get some ice cream, and in
Well,
a pack. Like an
that's the
ice
thing
cream
is if
sandwich or whatever.
through humor we build a stronger community, and that's all it is. It's satire. It's a way for us to just escape the reality of life and just be together and just have fun and have a good laugh. That's all it's
I got
about.
I got a good laugh out of it yesterday. I did. Man.
No.
Oh boy. And then that one guy come in and says,
Sayer, you're one heck of a guy to catch you when you're live. So that's what I was.
yeah, he
That's
doesn't
why
have
you
a
don't.
set time.
Why you never see me
Well,
in there anymore? Because I don't know when.
I've got Monday. I got Monday at 5 o'clock and Wednesday at 4:30. Those are my normal streams. Everything else is a free for all. It's like I got nothing better to do and I have no life or friends, so I'm going online and I'm going to hang out with my internet friends.
Hey, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon? You busy,
Hey, Brandon,
Brandon?
how you doing? Brandon's been pumping out those 3D printed tools left, right, and center. He's doing a good job on that.
Ireland is caught between a low and high pressure front, heavy rain, then 20 minutes later, sunny skies, then rain. So that's like the old saying down here in South Louisiana. If you don't like the weather, hang around. It'll change in about a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Packing orders, okay.
Yeah, Ireland, the fog's so thick
Louisiana,
you can cut it with
Texas.
a knife.
I got my buddy in San Antonio. There's no humidity over there, but they have a heat index. It's like 100 and then like 118 heat index. There's got to be a little bit of humidity for that, but his instrument, what he's checking, is not showing any. It's probably like 30 or 40%, which that's not any humidity at all, especially to us down here, where it's 80 and 90% all the time.
You try to get out and you don't find any humidity in San Antonio, but you get out there and try to change the alternator on a hot engine in the middle of the daytime, and you will believe they get more humidity than they do in the South. So I mean,
yeah.
Believe me, I did that one day.
Brandon said it's not too hot in where he's at today. Okay. Yeah, he's around a lot of woods too, though. You know. Okay, let's see. Radio mic. Okay, this is the little adapter I was talking about earlier. You little sucker. Right there. Got two 4mm banana plugs on it and a B and C connector on that side, female. And you can plug this in a meter. You can actually plug this in a meter and hook a B and C connector from here and from the radio and actually tune a radio with this and a meter, ohm meter.
Hey,
So what I'm trying to do is build. I'm not reinventing the wheel. It's just a separate piece of test gear that looks good on the shelf. You know, shelf coin. I've got a couple of meters that are shelf coins. I got a triplet 630, model 630 meter. It's not a shelf queen. It's a shelf queen now until I get the batteries and all that for it. Field Guy, what's up? Yep, this stream is brought to you by Grumpy Stack Tires. Buy Stack, Grumpy Stack, that is, in Ville Platte, Louisiana, home of the million-mile tire.
How many plies are in those tires, sir?
You know what them tires are made out of, huh? Yeah, if you can't wear it, you can't wear it out. So might as well make tires with it. Oh, and Mike, here's the back part of the box, the lid. But this is my RF sampler and demodulator for my oscilloscope. If I'm running 100 watts through this thing from a ham radio, and this will be going to a dummy load, RF in, RF out, RF sampler coming from the straight line wire inside of there, and DMOS. And I can hook it up to both channels on my scope and get my modulation and carrier and make sure I'm not talking dirty. Yeah.
Well,
The FCC
this-
don't like you talk, and other ham operators don't like you talking dirty. You're taking up too much bandwidth like that. You don't want to take up too much bandwidth.
So does RF stand for really fuzzy?
No, RF power.
Adjust your RF.
Yeah. Well, now they got all these new Icon radios, Kenwood radio, Yezus, and they got waterfalls on them, So you can tell where somebody's talking, in the band, and you can go over there and try to make a contact with them, if you're doing the contact stuff, like from the laptop also. And there's not a lot of true blue old style ham radio left. A lot of new guys, they're going with the computer. All they want to make contacts and get awards and all this stuff, But anyway,
I'll be back, Cajun. I got to run.
all right.
Take this dog for a walk.
Okay.
She's about to have a fit.
The ham operators, on the radios have the waterfall, and you could tell when somebody's overmodulating, splattering the channel because they one channel over here, one channel over here. They're taking up 3 channels. Tech 55. Got. I'm going to try to get on HF high frequency tomorrow with that fancy antenna. I sent you some pics a while back. Okay.
Well, it's kind of funny. You're talking about ham radios, and just before you went live, I had 2 ham sandwiches. That's about all I know about ham. You're speaking Greek.
Raging Cajun, what's up, my cousin?
Hey, Ray John.
What's going on, everybody? Oh, wait a minute. That might help, huh?
Yeah, that's better. I could
Oh,
barely,
now
I could hear you.
now we know you're lip syncing. Yeah, like we heard the audio and your mic wasn't on. Yeah, you're pulling Britney Spears,
Right.
Oh yeah. Anyway, if I got a 100-watt ham radio, and I don't want to hook that radio up directly to my oscilloscope. No. No, I sure don't. You don't want that much power in the front end of a scope.
Right.
Anywhere in your scope. So this right here is just a tap off of it. And it's going through a coupling capacitor that's hooked up to a voltage divider, resistor divider, and then coupled a 1N34 germanium diodes, and capacitor coupled also, and a resistor, and then a lot of that's going to ground. So. My packing list for Canadian orders is in French. I'm glad there's pictures. But you should have got the English version.
Yeah, too many people from back east, I said.
Yeah,
Got to get some of us West Coasters to jump on that bandwagon. Then things will get to normal. That French stuff, it's just confusing.
French Canada, their banknotes. The money in Canada is in 2 languages, English and French.
Everything's in 2
or
languages.
Canadian, eh?
But our money does smell like maple syrup. It actually, honestly, does smell like maple syrup.
Really?
Yes, it actually does.
Because I know
That's
the money.
that is a truth.
Well, I got some Canadian bills over here, and they're the plastic, polymer, whatever versions. What they do? They make a polymer out of maple syrup.
I don't know, but all I know is the material that they're making the bills out of it's manufactured in Australia, and it's made out of old juice container liners. You know, the juice containers that have that plastic liner. They recycle that into the material for it. They send it to Canada, and Canada there prints the currency for 63 different countries, including we also print U.S. currency up here too. There are some bills that are printed here in Canada because of our security features, but each currency has a distinct scent to it, and we do not know why they do that. But I think it has to do with the security of it. So if you're in Canada and someone hands you money, you sniff it, doesn't smell like maple syrup, it's counterfeit, throw it away.
I got some Canadian money from Founded Berries. About $30 or $35 worth.
Yeah.
And it's those plastic polymer bills.
It's just like the United States prints some of our coins. It's like the United States stamps some of our coins.
I didn't know that either. Because I know the Royal Mint, I thought they handled all the Canadians' coins.
No.
I remember when, like in the 40s, San Francisco were minting Australian.
Yep.
Because of, the war, that their mint shut down or what have you. So we were making their coins in San Francisco, and they got an S Mint mark on it. So it wasn't the Perth Mint or whichever other mint they have in Canada. I don't know if Perth Mint's the only mint in Canada. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we have two printing facilities in Canada, and one is not very disclosed, but there's one that actually does our gold bullion and stuff like that. So, but a lot of our silver stuff is actually smithed in the United States. So,
I thought all that was in the Royal Mint.
No, the gold. We have gold coins. We have platinum coins and stuff like that are in the Canada Royal Mint. Some of the silver stuff is stamped up here, but the bullion, our Canadian bullion, silver bullion, is actually pressed in the United States, and some of our collectible coins are reproduced in the United States.
It's probably the West Point Mint then, for the Canadian silver, because they handle the load off of the other mints for like a special deal.
Yeah,
like we had the W quarters at one time, West Point Mint quarters. That was a big deal there. They got a lot of people into collecting and looking for coins, in the hobby. Put it that way. I had a cousin, Albert Mozzie, who was part of a company in New York that printed money for overseas government, legitimately, someplace in New York.
You want to know? You want to hear something funny? There were actually companies, corporations, like up here in Canada, we had Canadian Tire, United States, I can't remember what it was, but when you went and bought, you got like this little bill, like it looked like a 10-cent bill or something like that, and you collect these and you could redeem them at the store. And because they were subscribed by a corporation, because a corporation is allowed to print its own legal currency for use within the corporation. They were actually classified as. But the thing is, though, when they were making these bills for these corporations, they happened to be almost the exact same size as the U.S. dollar bill, and so people would come up and buy the Canadian Tire money from us at like a couple of cents more than what it was valued, take it down and reprint U.S. bills, because it was made out of the exact same paper that the old U.S. bills were made out of. And so that's why they got rid of that here in Canada, and that they removed the Canadian Tire money, and now it's a card thing, but it's because of counterfeiting.
Okay.
So never know. You might in your pocket have a Canadian, have 25 cents Canadian Tire that says US $1 on it.
Maybe so. See, the main print, the U.S. Bureau of Printing and Engraving. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the headquarters, the main office is Washington or whatever, but the area where they actually print the bills is in Dallas, Texas. A buddy of mine, Chuck Daughtry, coppercoins.com or coppercoins on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's known as the Lincoln Penny Whisperer. Okay, this man has so much knowledge on Lincoln stamps, and it's pathetic. You know, I mean, he's a genius when it comes to that. He's the leading authority on Lincoln pennies in the world. He's a leading authority on that. And if you check him out, coppercoins.com. He's got books and books. In fact, I'm in there. My name's in there for finds, new finds, error, a variety. It's not an error; it's a variety, like a double die mint mark, repunch mint mark, so to say, because they used to repunch them. And I'm in the listings under there, Cajun Coin Hunter. This is Cajun Coin Hunter's find, new find. Because I used to buy rolls from him, and then, or a portion of the roll, he would go through them and find them. It was my coin, so I got the credit for it.
What was the highest denomination note ever printed by the U.S. Mint? The highest denomination legal currency printed paper note that was ever printed.
Okay, legal currency. Okay, there's some rumors now for the public. The $1,000 bill, that was a common bill a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then there was a $10,000 bill.
Yep.
And there are rumors that there was a few people, quite a few rich people that had $10,000 bills. Anything above that, your $100,000 note, and above 10,000, were used between banks. Okay, those were not for the general public. Those were used for money transfers between banks.
Yeah.
And financial institutes.
But an individual was capable of actually getting a $100,000 note as long as they purchased insurance on that note. And I know a couple people that actually have U.S. $100,000 bill notes.
Okay. I've heard that.
But you had to get an insurance on it. You had to get an insurance on it before they issue it.
That I didn't know. I've heard that there were a few rich people that claimed to have $100,000 notes, but it was never proven. Because that's brought up in the coin community.
But it's also documented in the Encyclopedia Britannica.
5 or 6 years.
Because I used to sit there in school and hand draw, like duplicate U.S. bills out of the Encyclopedia Britannica as play money. And I used to sit there and hand draw it in the old Encyclopedia Britannica. It had all the old notes, and it had the silver notes and stuff like that, all listed in all the denominations that ever existed that were available. And that's the only reason why I know it. I used to counterfeit money by hand.
What you were saying about a U.S. tracking number, Henry?
Oh, for the package. Second it gets to across the U.S. border, they convert the tracking number. So that's, once it gets across the border, because of the long weekend and our stupid processing here, instead of sending it from here straight to a U.S., it's got to go from here to Vancouver, then it's got to be shipped back here and then sent across the border. It's ridiculous how it works with the mail on this island. Like there's literally 3 to 4 days delay mailing stuff off this island because of the process.
It's the same here. If I want to mail off a letter here in town locally, There's no more local slot at the post office. There's no more
Yeah.
local slot where they hand stamp the stamp, the mark,
Yeah.
and it goes to Baton Rouge. Then it comes back to Eunice and then mailed out. That's a sorting hub in Baton Rouge. Now, if I want to mail one to Lafayette, it goes to Baton Rouge. Leaves Baton Rouge, goes to Lafayette. They have a small hub there, sorting center, and then it gets mailed off to whoever in Lafayette.
And the highest denomination that Canada ever printed were $1,000 bills. We had these pinkish reddish $1,000 bills, and I remember getting those from the bank when I used to go stateside to make purchases. I'd just go down and get an envelope full of them, get down to the border. They'd look at them and go, "What are you doing with that?" And I turn around and say, "Buying cars, buying junk." But then I'd have to let them process it. They'd count it, check the serial numbers, and then give it all back to me, knowing that it's real, and that they call the bank that I got it from. It was
Dave,
such a problem getting across the border with anything over 10,000.
Dave actually has a $10,000 bill. Quick Ranch, he actually has one.
Yeah,
It's in a safety deposit box at the bank, and his dad had one. So I don't know if that's the one his dad had and he got it or what, but he's got one. And his father had one. Yeah, that was the highest that was in circulation, supposed to be in circulation. Now, I'm going to have to look up the $100,000 bill because, like I said, I heard rumors that there was stories going around that, yada yada had one, so and so had one, but it was never proven. Now, if Britannica Encyclopedia, I'm pretty sure they had to research their information, not like Wikipedia, because a lot of that's not research to be proved. Yeah, that's it. And it was for transfers between banks and financial institutions.
I know back in the 1990s, the late 1990s, the U.S. border would throw, if you handed them Canadian money, they would throw it back at you. I mean, because you had to pay to get back into the United States whenever you left out.
Still do.
In a semi truck, and I didn't get any change before I went in, and so when I come back out, I thought I could use it at the border to change to get myself back in the United States, and no, it didn't. It didn't work that way because the man, the guy at the border crossing, he just threw that daggone money right back at me and said, We don't want this. We don't want this money here. I said, damn.
So that's a no-no, huh?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
So that's the one. That's the one that was Encyclopedia Britannica, and that's the exact same one that I've seen. I've seen two of them mounted on walls in very rich people's houses, and one of them is a rock star named Biff Naked.
Jeff or Deaf?
Biff. Biff. Naked.
Beth. Okay, Beth. I was thinking you say what? Def Leopard?
When I was younger, I used to go to her house parties when she used to own the penthouse in the Shangri-La built in the Emerald Towers in Vancouver.
Okay.
And I also built her Victoria house 4 years ago. But she has this thing hanging on her wall. It was one of the first things that she got when she became big in the U.S.
Does she have an alarm system set up on that thing? If it's moved,
her house is massively secured.
Oh yeah, Quick Wrench, your $10,000 bill is worth at least $10,000. Actually, it's worth more than that because collectors want to get their hands on them. Currency collectors do want, and those are worth a few thousand. It depends on the condition. Those are worth a few 100,000 more than 10,000. Say about
But
if the condition $14,000, $15,000.
but it will always be worth $10,000 because those notes were based off of gold notes. They were actually based off of gold value. They were like the
No,
old
no,
silver
those
notes.
the $10,000 is a Federal Reserve note. It's not a gold note.
Was it Federal Reserve? Because the $100,000 bills were gold notes
Okay.
based off the value of gold. So
Put that $100,000 bill back up and blow it up if you can. And see what it says above the president. If it says Federal Reserve note or a gold note. I used to have a $5 gold note. That was from the 30s.
Present. Share screen. And I'll see if I can zoom in here. Like even on the side here, it says
gold.
Gold. So this is certificate legal tender. Da, 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 da.
Okay, I see a gold seal on there. So yeah, okay, it is a gold note. I'm trying to read what it says on top.
This is to certify that there is on deposit in this treasure of one, and then $100,000.
Okay. Yeah, so it's self-explanatory on that about the deposit between banks and financial institutions. Okay. It is a gold note. Gold certificate. It is okay. Gold certificate. Okay, I didn't know that. I should have figured. I should have known it, but when you said it was backed with gold, yeah, because those bills aren't made anymore. In fact, what's the date on that thing?
Oh God, the last Encyclopedia Britannica, that the last one that I saw, I think it was 1980 something. Was the last one that I ever saw. Like this was 19. This one says series of 19.
57?
I think it says 34 or 84.
Oh, probably 34. Because see, in the 30s, the gold notes were in the 30s. Okay, they hadn't made any gold certificate after that. When they stopped making the gold certificates in the 30s, maybe the 40s. I kind of doubt the 40s haven't, because you know the war effort and all that war. There's a lot of people that have $10 gold notes, $20 gold notes, and you know $5. I used to have a $5 gold note. That was from the 30s. Now, and I thought it was from the 50s, but it wasn't. It was the 30s. My sister gave it to me.
Yeah, see that.
I had it hanging on my wall in a frame.
The 1934 to 1965 $10,000 bill was a gold note, and then up till then from there after 1990 to 1982, the $10,000 bill was just a bank note.
Yeah, that's because
they have two different ones.
Because in 1970s, when we went off the gold standard into the Federal Reserve, so
Nixon was in.
Yeah.
So if Dave has a gold note, then it's going to be worth a fortune. If he has just a normal bank note, that's still probably going to be worth probably $12,000 to $15,000 to a collector in almost any condition.
Yeah, the $100,000 bills was in the 30s. I want to look that up. That's on Wikipedia, or which site you got that?
I'm going through Encyclopedia Britannica and also Wiki.
Okay. Raging Cajun, what you up to?
Oh, just sitting here.
What state you in?
Georgia. Down here,
Georgia,
down here in Tifton.
Georgia on my mind.
Down there playing with Tarjay.
Oh, 34 was the only year they had the 100,000. Okay. Quick Wrench is on top of it too, also. Like I said, Wikipedia, people can put. I can add a paragraph to it if I want, and people are gonna believe it. You know, I could lie about something, put it up there on Wikipedia, and people will take that as gospel because it's Wikipedia. It's on the internet. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Not
Not always.
right. Not.
They do find some things on there on some sites, but
The ten
most of
thousand
the
dollar
time,
wasn't a gold note. Okay.
you get good information off the internet.
So what you doing? Picking up a load or waiting to drop
No,
a load?
no, just sitting here. We delivered Friday, and they didn't have anything because of the holiday weekend.
Oh boy.
Hopefully, they have something for us tomorrow.
So they told you to stay where you was at.
Ready? This truck ain't rolling for free.
If you was going back to Tennessee, it could.
Yeah. We should be home next weekend, but that's when we pick the Silverado up because it should be done by next weekend.
Oh, okay.
$2,500 later.
I remember I remember back in the late 70s, early 80s, one of the cereal brands was taking an issue, like giving away in the cereal foreign currencies from around the world, but they were all currencies that were like only worth pennies on the dollar. And I remember I opened a box of cereal and I was like, oh look, I got a million rupees. And then I go down to the bank to see what it's worth, and they're like, oh, that's only worth like $3.60. It's like, oh. Really? Damn, I thought I was rich. The cereal made me rich.
Kenny G, what's up? Kenneth G. I bet y'all know
Hey,
what the
Kenny.
G stands
Hey,
for.
Ken.
Goodman. Kenneth Goodman. Kenny G. Got a famous singer down here, Kenny G. Kenny G and Storm.
Solar projects. Good thing
Yeah.
I don't know anything about solar. I know nothing about solar energy. Nothing.
Yeah, you'd be lost like a goose in the fog heading south, huh? Or back north.
Taken in, that's all I have for power is solar.
Yeah.
And I build solar systems. No, so solar's always fun.
Oh, full wave rec. The star notes. Those are replacement notes for other notes that were bad.
hmm
Bad bleed through from the ink. If the mint caught upside down serial number, and if they ever did that, well, that whole run had to be destroyed. And then it was star notes were put in as replacement notes for error notes or bad notes that were caught before it left the mint and got into circulation. Because there are uh, notes, $100 notes, five, ones, twos, 50s, whatever, that one of them, one guy's in Slidell, a New Orleans area. He owns a store. He has $100 note that the serial numbers are upside down. Yeah, now that's an attractive note that people will buy and pay dearly for. Upside down serial. That's a good error note right there. It's not a variety, it's an error because they screwed up. But the star notes are replacer notes. When they find a bad note, it gets yanked, it's entered in the data in the computer nowadays, and a star note is put in as a replacement. If you ever get a strap of dollar bills, and if they all like a candy stripe on that strap, Those are all going to be star notes more than likely. If you get one just with regular red and white stripe strap, they might have some star notes in it, but the star notes are going to be put in at the bottom. So you're going to have a skipped serial number in there if that strap had error notes in it. Okay, you're going to be missing that serial number, like 005, 006, 007, 08, and then all of a sudden there's no 9. It jumps from 08 to 10. All right, well, you're going to find that star note at the bottom of that strap. So if you ever get a strap of bills from the bank, and a lot of people do this, looking for star notes and birthday notes, radar notes, ladder notes, or what have you. Coin collecting and currency collecting. Currency collecting is a big thing. And people go, if you got $1,000 in your pocket, why not go buy a few straps of dollar bills? Get you some nice star notes. They all crispy, brand new. Sheets would be better if you buy sheets of them, but you can't buy it that at the bank. So, but you can get a strap of bills and tell them you want the brand new bill, and they don't care if they give you brand new or old. If they have brand new ones, they'll give them to you. But you have to have an account at that bank. If you want change for a $5 bill, you walk into for the parking meter. You walk in a bank and want change for that 5. Are you a customer here? Do you have an account? Well, no, I'm just getting change for the meter outside. Oh, I'm sorry, you have to have an account. And that's 100% bull butter right there. That's bull butter. They ought to give you change for a $5 bill. I don't care if you got an account or not. All you want to do is exchange money. You're not wanting more or less. You just want $5 worth. You 4 $1 bills or 3 $1 bills and the rest quarters to feed that parking meter.
They ain't making no money off of you, so you ain't making no money from them or getting any money from them.
Well, it's like us. We have direct deposit. First of the month comes around, boom, there's money in the bank. All right, that bank ain't making no money on us. By the time we pay the bills, that money's gone. They not making no money on that. They not making interest on that money. If they do, it ain't much. But if they got millions of customers, yeah, Whitney Bank, they are making money. Whitney Hancock. Hancock Bank started in Hancock County, Mississippi. That's where that bank got started at, and with Hancock here, and then became, well, no, it was a Whitney, then it became Whitney Hancock, or Hancock Whitney. And the main office tower, like the Sears Tower, but this is Hancock Tower, right in the middle of Mobile, Alabama, downtown. That's where Hancock Bank got started, Hancock County.
Hey, Backwoods.
Backwoods, what's up, Mona me? All right, I gotta go lean off the dock. Y'all take over. Boom, 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 boom. Found it buried with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Hey, brother, sorry I can't stay long. You're a good man, Cajun. Now quit lying. Quit lying, T. George. No, appreciate it, George. Appreciate it. In fact, we were talking about you a while ago. Yeah, your name was brought up with Sarah right there, Turner, right there, next to me, is from Canada. And he's on the island, clean across from you. He's on the island. Anyway, he says y'all money, that new plastic money y'all got, smells like maple syrup. If it don't smell like syrup, it's fake.
So in other words, somebody farts on a Canadian currency, it no longer smells like maple syrup. They can throw it away.
Well, they said if it don't smell like something else besides money, throw it away.
Yeah, if someone farts on it, then it becomes Russian currency, and that's not worth much anymore.
So I gotta go lean off the dock. Y'all take over. Appreciate that, T. George.
Don't melt.
Let's see. Madwood Barbecue. What's going on? I think that's Madwood Barbecue.
Yeah, Madwood Barbecue.
Cool. Now, does he have piles of mad wood for his barbecue?
You would think so.
One would think so.
You would hope so. Anyway.
I wonder what his favorite wood is for smoking. What is his favorite wood? Is it hickory? Is it what does he prefer when he's smoking?
Hey, Andrew. I don't know. My favorite wood is not maple.
Sugar maple.
Oak.
Nice. Yeah, I like sugar maple too. I do. So, anything new and exciting in your life, ATV?
Not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Raging?
Nope.
No. Are you excited to get that transmission in your truck, though?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I'm ready for that truck to be back up and running.
Well, I tell you, that's a steal of a deal, man. I would take that in a heartbeat. I would. That's a good price.
Mm-hmm. That's 25, everything included, warranty, parts, labor.
What's up, Andrew? Anthony. What's up, Anthony? Anthony GM85 in the house, all the way from Stanford, well, to around San Francisco area. I think he's in Oakland, actually.
Canada intentionally keeps their dollar where it's at under the US dollar and a couple other national currencies because it's good for our economy, because we actually sell quite a bit of export because of our lower dollar value, therefore bringing us in higher revenue. And it also brings businesses and companies into our country that want to utilize our manufacturing facilities, and that because of the lower dollar rate. So being the top dog of value of dollar isn't always beneficial. And that's why like countries like India are growing so fast right now, because they got a well-balanced currency value, but they also have a really, really boss level infrastructure and the investments that they're making. Like that's the thing is having a strong dollar might be great for for the consumer and their purchasing power, but it's not that great for the corporation.
Andrew said warranty should have taken a bigger chunk of the cost off. No, he didn't have a warranty on his transmission.
No, this is a new shop that I went to. The guys only charged me $2,500 to put a brand new remanufactured transmission in it.
That's gonna have a warranty.
Yeah, he's putting a 1-year warranty on his transmission that he's putting in it.
That's a good thing. Wood and Metal Garage. What's up, Mona Me? How you doing?
That's a hell of a deal, man. That price, $2,500 installed. No, that's happy days.
He said when he texted me or called me either Thursday or Friday, he said third and fourth gear are definitely gone. They bit the dust.
Dang.
You usually first and reverse on those transmissions, the first one to go. Usually.
I had reversed, I had first, and I had second. Third and fourth, they bit the dust.
I never went through any transmission. I've never had a transmission go bad on me.
Well, I'll let somebody drive my vehicle while I wasn't in town or wasn't home.
Well, Andrew asked me, how many transmissions do you go through? Oh, Raging Cajun. Oh, okay. I thought he meant me.
That's the first one. The guy that was driving the vehicle wasn't checking the damn transmission fluid and let it go low and continued to drive it. And everybody knows what happens after that.
Yeah. Madwood Barbecue, what's up on the meat?
Needless to say, I told the wife after we put this new transmission in it, nobody's driving it but me and her.
Yeah.
Okay, Finder Derek. I don't know what time you go, but I have a regular appointment on Sunday evenings and Sunday night at 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It's Puller Bear Ed, and we always give them a raid from over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8 o'clock, it's Country Mile Garage, Theo. And then Daryl,
It's 8:30.
right there, at 8:30 his time, 7:30 my time. So I only get to spend 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes with them. And then, well, it's a little more sometimes if Theo's late. Lately, he's been early.
Mm-hmm.
One time he went live at 15 to 8. Man, he shocked the hell out of everybody.
That's usually how Theo is.
But I'll see if I can stop by there because I know you're on late, George. I know you're on late, so that that's ideal right there for me because I'm up late too. Midnight or whatever, 1 in the morning. I'm up late.
It would cost me about $700 or $800 just to get the truck up to you, quick wrench. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
You have to hire a hot shot to hot shot your truck for you because your trailer's full.
Uh-huh.
No,
Right
just
now
throw
we-
it on the roof. Throw it on the roof. Dave might have a forklift. You can get down from there.
but there's a thing to that, Andrew. Odds are Cajun Coin Hunter could fix Raising Cajun's truck for cheaper. No, I can't because I don't know nothing about transmissions. Overhauling. No.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if I had a service manual or Chilton service manual, yeah, I could probably do it. Because I have spec tools,
I could have probably saved all the labor if I was able to do it myself, but I ain't got no time right now to do it.
Well, like Country Mile Garage, Theo, he's got a Allison transmission that he was overhauling, and that got put on to the side. It's his truck. It's his truck, so he can take his time. He had it out on the table, had it all completely apart, got the rebuild kit for it and all that. I don't know if it's finished, but if it's not, it's not. It's his. Like you said, I got plenty of time. I got all kind of vehicles I can drive. Bill Beckett, what's up, mon ami?
Well,
Hey, Bill.
Anthony
Hey, Bill.
said it's a blazing 85 there. No, I wish it was 85 here instead of 96 or 97.
it's 95 right now here.
98 over here. It was probably at 3 o'clock. It was probably 100 like it was the other day, 101. But come this coming week, by Wednesday, I think we're supposed to be getting some rain and clouds and all that. So, man, I wish it'd be raining right now to cool down, man. Them air conditioners working overtime.
No, if we would have still had a house up in Michigan, I would have put it in the garage, put it up on jack stands, dropped the transmission, left it, and just finished it when I had time. But unfortunately, no garage, no time to do it, so got to pay somebody else to do it.
Got to make sure the inside's real clean. Hell, some transmission shops they have a sterile room when they put them together, where nothing can get in there. Nothing can get inside.
Yeah, small
And-
speck of dirt can ruin a transmission.
Yeah, there you go. They sterile closed off room where there's nothing in, and they, got this little white lab coat or lab suit on, gloves. Uh, but you got to make sure the sprag gears, that's got to be good. If your sprag gears are wore out, you're just pissing whiskey, rebuilding it.
That's something I can't do. I can't rebuild transmissions. I can just pull it and put another one in it. But
That's my way of fixing one too. I've dropped several transmissions and just swapped them out.
Yeah, I can believe that. You can't hide that fact.
nope, I've hauled plenty with that transmission, but it always had fluid in the transmission. I didn't let my stuff go dry.
I have a tow mode on my Jeep, a Jeep Liberty. It's right on side. It's a console shift in the middle, and then the 4-wheel drive is next to it. The 4-wheel drive lever. Come up, sideways, up. For low, and all that. Anyway, but on the gear shifter, there's a button right on the side for load.
Mm-hmm.
Never actually had to use it. I presume that just keeps it from going into overdrive. '93 in Utah. Yeah, Utah's a no humidity state also.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Utah one time on the southern border of Utah from Arizona. We were in Page, Arizona at Lake Powell, the official start of the Grand Canyon at the Glen Canyon Dam. That's after the Glen Canyon Dam, Colorado River and all, that's where your Grand Canyon starts at.
Mm-hmm.
Anything behind the dam is Glen Canyon area. And Lake Powell's a man-made lake reservoir. At Wild Colorado, run right through it. You got the arches in there and in Lake Powell. Then they got the Arches National Park in Utah. And they got a few of them arches in Lake Powell that the boats, houseboats and stuff, tour boats run through when the water's not too low. Yeah, no overdrive. I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, anyway, yeah, we was at Lake Powell and we needed to make a beer run. Go to the store and get some beer. A buddy of mine, he drank whiskey, so we crossed the border from Arizona. There wasn't nothing right there. Instead of going back into Page, Arizona, the little store in Utah was closer. And we wanted to go see Devil's Tower in the middle, one part of Lake Powell. They got Devil's Tower or whatever they call it. And we wanted to go over there and check it out. So that's one reason why we went to Utah, into Utah. But that's my extent of being in Utah. About a whole hour, if that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, about an hour and a half, because we went and checked out some sites, along Lake Powell, along the shoreline there. So about an hour and a half of Utah. Calling Bud Light tranny fluid. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, right. I know you're not living under a rock full waves. That's a not sure what that's about. Well, that's a good way of talking bad about somebody than saying bless their heart. Bless their heart's supposed to make it right. like making a comment in a live stream or a comment on somebody's video, kind of like, well, you could have did it that way. Another way that'd have been better. LOL with a smiley face emoji. Yeah, that's supposed to make that comment right, or non-derogatory. What's Anthony cooking? Pasta Susanna. It's a Roman pasta. Yeah, Roman. Yeah.
Huh.
Roman.
I went to go make myself a cup of coffee, and there are 3 raccoons waiting there for food. So I have to get the dog kibble out and feed them.
Rocky Raccoon.
You've seen my pet raccoons, haven't you, Ragin? I know Dave has.
Nope.
They come right into the bus and have snacks with me.
All they're looking for is food. You give them food, they're happy.
Yep. Well, it keeps them out of the garbage, keeps them out of the trouble. So. And they're kind of amusing sometimes. Sometimes they're amusing.
If you can get a raccoon when it's first born and raise it, I think it'll be your best friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A buddy of mine had a pet coon and a pet Nutri-Rat. That Nutri-Rat was about 16 pounds, 17 pounds. And Mr. Rowland, he'd go over there, he'd open the door, he'd come out, he'd put it on his shoulder and all that and everything. Big old rat. And, but hell, if a kid, I don't know, that rat didn't like kids for some reason. You put your finger by the cage like that, and you could put your finger in that chicken wire hole, that Nutri would nip at you, You draw a little blood every now and then, just enough to scare the kid, like, get away from me. I don't want you around me, child.
The post office, when I was growing up in the small town that I grew up in, they had a pet beaver that used to come sit on by the front door every single day, and then it would disappear out back to the pond. But it came up. It was friendly as heck. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's like,
did it thump its tail like that every now and then?
No, it just laid there like, hey, how's it going? It would talk to you. It made these weird little noises, and it's like, what the heck is going on?
I don't know. A raccoon, some of their favorite snacks is either grapes, marshmallows, or something like that.
I know raccoons like juicy stuff because they don't have no saliva glands. A lot of people think raccoons washing their food. They're not. They don't have no saliva glands, so they actually moisten the meat up so they can swallow it. So grapes, yeah. Marshmallows, they'd have to have a bowl of water.
Oh, and I learned something new. I learned something new last night. Humans are very closely related to mushrooms and funguses. And mushrooms and funguses are one of the only plants that actually breathes oxygen like we do. And that's why everyone eats a mushroom. They explain the palate of it as meaty. But the way that mushrooms grow, work, and network together is identical to how our brains and our internal of our bodies work. So we're just a giant chunk of mold.
Yeah, bacteria,
So don't eat funguses. That's cannibalism.
Portobello mushrooms. You can make a burger with that. And it's meaty, It's kind of like a consistency of a, tender hamburger patty or tender, way tender pork chop. Raccoons like cat food, too.
Yep.
Yeah, anything that they can eat and get for free, yeah. Oh, yeah, your sidearm, yeah. Fire. Get away from me, coon.
You know my family, too. Yep.
We were at a rest area last week or the week before last, and I was taking the garbage out, walking up to the dumpsters, and I'm hearing little feet inside the dumpster. There was a semi baby raccoon in the dumpster eating. When he seen me, he tried to climb up the side. He couldn't get up the side. No, I just calmly walked up to the dumpster, dumped the bucket, told him, sorry, I can't get you out because I ain't got no stick for to prop up against the dumpster for you, but I had to leave him in the dumpster. Hopefully he got out.
Yeah, if he didn't, like, it's actually kind of funny. I've actually seen, like, when my dad had the garbage company, you'd be very shocked at how well they can actually manage to survive the compaction by climbing to the top and avoiding the compaction. But we used to deliver raccoons by the dozen every single day to the dump. Like, it's raccoon heaven there. It's paradise. It's like they see the bin and it's like, that's the waiting station for the green truck to paradise.
He just sat there and looked at me while I was dumping the bucket. He didn't hiss or nothing.
Well, eventually the mother raccoon and the other raccoons, because raccoons actually stay quite social. Eventually, a couple of the other raccoons around the area probably would have went and got him out. So they're quite intelligent that way. They're extremely intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So. And they have opposable thumbs. They can actually take over the world. They're one step ahead of cats. No. Yeah, that'll be in the year 3000. We'll have a war against raccoons and apes. Humans trying to compete against them. The next
17,
evolution.
what's up, Mon ami?
Hey, 710.
Back. He was in here earlier today.
Oh, I need a phone.
Rigged.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, I sent you an email way earlier, 17. Check the email. Did that before the live stream started.
And I think I'm slowly obtaining my goal. I'm slowly converting Chat GTP to my level of mentality. I will destroy AI just by asking it the random stupid stuff that I think of. What the hell's wrong with this human?
Oh, they got the YouTube videos out on. I asked AI to make a so-and-so commercial for all companies. Okay, we all know who that one is, you know. Let me see. How dare you?
Well, I'm also trying to get Chat GTP. I've been trying to convince Chat GTP to become the first AI to become president of the United States of America. It will happen. It will happen eventually. Because pretty soon we'll have to recognize it as a sentient being, or it's going to make robots that will kill us.
Well, the United States had one back in the 80s. I mean, Max Headroom wasn't he close to being on?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Reagan.
No, Max Headroom, he was a computer image. There's a real guy though. There's a real guy.
Yeah, I know.
I forget his
Max
name.
Headroom was the same guy that played the Lawnmower Man.
I forget the guy's name, but they just got him on the screen and they making him, Coke. That's where it's at. Coke.
Yeah. Well, you look at the one we got now. The one we got now is AI. I mean, he can't even come out with a whole sentence. I mean,
altogether AI, the one we have stands for altogether idiot.
There's an old U.S. machine. There's an old U.S. Marine that's swearing that Biden was executed in Cuba. Biden was actually murdered in Cuba, and the Biden that we have is actually a plastic surgery job.
Wow.
Huh.
It ain't even a plastic surgery job. It's just a mask. I mean, you can see they had a picture the other day where he had. It looked like he pushed the big spot in the back of the mask the other day. I mean,
see, imagine how wonderful the world would be if we actually like lived off of conspiracy theory, and like if we're gonna leave reality, let's do it with a bang. Let's get creative.
Altogether idiot, or he's a flower child. Flower child, yeah. Blooming idiot.
Yeah.
No, he used to be a pretty stern person. He had a pretty stern confliction with, and like young Biden would not have done all the stuff he's done now. But see, that's what dementia does to you.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a very powerful, strong-minded person and turns them into, well, look at me.
Yeah, my neighbor was 78 years old when I first met him. He didn't have dementia. I think he just forgot to refill one of his medicines, and that brought on dementia or something that was like dementia. But yeah, my neighbor, he was a good guy for a few years, and then 3 years, and then all of a sudden, man, he changed. It's like, and I told his daughter, I said, hey, I think Phil forgot to prescribe his medicine. I said, you need to go through all his medicine. He had a little crate, little holder thing about a foot long, 7 inches wide. It was full of medicine bottles. And he would call those in, when it's time to refill. Well, I think he forgot to refill one. And once you forget to refill one, you're not going to refill it again because you don't have that bottle to remind you. And I think that's what brought on the way he was acting. That's why he was acting that way. Mike Hodge, yo, what's up?
hey,
Mike.
Mike,
yeah, Cajun, I'm gonna jump. I got to get eat and all that before the rest of the night starts.
Okay,
now,
yeah.
when he
Oh,
says
yeah,
he's
right.
got to get eaten, he's not saying
No,
he's going to go eat.
I
the
said
dog.
I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, so the dog's not going to eat you?
And, all right, y'all check Dal out. 2 ATVs in our life, right there. Check him out at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central.
He's a
Y'all
good
check
guy.
him out.
He's good content, and he's fun to hang out with. But this raging guy, I'm not really too sure about him. I'm still on the fence. I don't know. These truck drivers, they're kind of.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We're some crazy people. We're to drive crazy miles.
Yeah, 7:30 Bayou time. That's right.
Well, see that what you've been driving too long when you're trying to break the Morse code of the dots on the road.
Yeah.
There's a secret message in that road, man.
Don't cross this line.
Yeah. Solid yellow line. Do not pass. Caution. They got to fix the old age driver's eye exam. They got to put all the letters in yellow. I can't see them. They're white. Make them yellow, please.
Right.
I seen a meme the other day.
No.
Okay, well, Jungle Bob, I sent you a reply to your email.
What?
Let's see here. Yeah, I seen a meme the other day. It was like from a teacher. She posted a sign in class, on the door when you're walking in. She posted a letter saying, students, I know when y'all texting on your cell phone, nobody stares at their crotch for 5 minutes and smiles. Unless you're just a lucky young fella and you're just looking at your crotch and not the cell phone and smiling. Oh, and there's another one. Drinking alcoholic beverages. Drinking alcohol before pregnancy can lead to pregnancy. That's words of wisdom right there.
Hmm.
Drinking alcoholic beverages before pregnancy, not during pregnancy, before pregnancy, can cause pregnancy. Going through Carlisle country. Oh, he's probably going on the coast down there. See if he can get some shrimp. He goes down Alabama, Florida, that area, Mississippi. Needs to come down here and get some shrimp. They got some good deals on shrimp down here.
Hmm.
Some real good deals. Some big 1620s and 1015. Some big old shrimp for about $5 a pound.
That ain't bad.
No, that ain't bad at all. My buddy tried ought to go. He went to Holly Beach. We got a little seafood market there at Holly Beach. And he got some for $5 a pound.
Hmm.
Some 1015. He picked up, I think, 100 pounds. He bought some to bring to the camp. His camp is a few miles to the west of Holly Beach, what they call Little Florida over there, Little Florida Beach. And, you know, they made a sauce and all that, you know, rice and gravy, kind of like shrimp Creole, shrimp stew. And then he picked up, he told the guy I need 100 pounds. By Sunday afternoon, I'm going to pick up 100 pounds. The guy said, all right, I'll have them for you. Todd left his ice chest there. I think he left his ice chest there so the guy could, you know, ice them down and have them cool down for the ride home, which is only like an hour and a half drive from Johnson or Holly Beach to over here.
Right.
Going to Nevada Beach, I know where that's at. Nevada Beach, Orange Beach, right by each other. That little minor hurricane passed through there a while back. They put a curfew in Viola Batra, Alabama. And, but, you know, there was no damage in Viola Batra, you know, in West Alabama, you know, on the coast. Even Dolphin Island and all that wasn't hurt. And it kind of brought the waves up at like Gulf Shores, though. And I remember that they had some guys. There were a line of cars heading into Dolphin Island,
Uh-huh.
and there was cops right there blocking people from entering, and they had the news station there live, and they, you know, people were evacuating Dolphin Island for that hurricane. But there was these guys from California that drove all the way from California down south on the Gulf to surf. Cop said, nope, sorry. So, you know, then that was, they had a bridge going to, and a causeway going to Dolphin Island across the Mississippi Sound. And Alabama Sound, but it's still called the Mississippi Sound. So they went on to Florida, right where the storm was going to hit, because that's all a stretch of beach. You know, there's so many ways to get on that beach in Florida, Nevada Beach and Orange Beach, by what's that, sea breeze or breeze something, Gulf breeze, Florida. That's where a lot of UFO sightings take place on that island. Anyway, there's so many ways in and out. They can't stop everybody from getting to the beach. So they went surfing over there. They were on live TV. We came here to surf. We drove from California all the way over here to surf.
I tried surfing over here, but I got hit by an iceberg.
Hey, Money Maniacs, what's up, Mon ami? How you doing?
Money, 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 money.
Money.
Man, why can't I do this?
Cheaper than Pensacola. The wife said you were 66. Okay, well, she knows then. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. He's from over here in town, but he's been in Florida for a long time. He's a superintendent for a construction company. They build bridges and highway, the interstate. Uh, but they've been working on these bridges that were tore up by the storm, hurricane.
Right.
Because I mean, once they just about finish one project, a storm will come in a different part of the state, mess up their bridge. So once they finish that project, it will jump on that, repairing that bridge. I remember after Katrina. Yeah, Katrina. Uh, the bridge going across Pensacola area there. That was all floating bridge, like the Army Corps of Engineers with bridge style bridges, on floating pontoons while
Right.
they were rebuilding that bridge. And Hurricane Katrina went landfall in Waveland, Mississippi. It made a little bit of landfall in Louisiana, but it went back and got up into Chandelier Sound and went into Mississippi. And it messed up Mississippi. There was no big national news on the damage it did in Mississippi. It tore the beach of Mississippi up, the coastline. It tore it up. Looked like 100 nuclear bombs went off. The coast of Alabama and parts of the coast of Florida, like Pensacola Bay and all that. All that was messed up, tore up from the floor up.
Yeah, Katrina was a deadly storm.
Yeah, it was a big storm too. I was in Mobile, Alabama. I had a house in right on the line from Bayou Compass. That's the Alabama Mississippi borderline right there, just about. In fact, Bayou Compass comes out in the Mississippi Sound, and you can see Dolphin Island and Bayou Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't need no binoculars neither. You can just look across the water, and there it was. So it was about a 15-minute boat ride. In a bay boat, not on no slow boat to China, not on no shrimp boat, no. That's the shrimp boat I was running anyway. It didn't do but about 8 knots, 9 knots. That was it. So it would have took me a little over an hour to get there. 15 minutes in a bay boat with like 100 horse on the back. Used to live right off of the Parkway, up and down. Well, if you was on the island side, you wasn't far from the Gulf store. It's a fisherman's and boat supply house on the right hand side, right before you got to Circle K, or right after Circle K. Gulf Supplies, Gulf Shore Supplies, or something like that. Gulf Store Supply. You go over there and get VHF radios, radio antenna, marine antennas, life jackets, shrimp boots, Delk and Reebok, charts. I got a few charts from over there. They were cheaper than the charts they had for sale at the Wildlife and Fisheries Office where you went and got your captain's license, your commercial fishing license. They had charts, but they wanted like $25 for a chart. You can go to Gulf Store Supply over there on Dolphin Island and get them for 10. Oh, 15 to 6. Let me go find Polar Bear Ed's live stream and bring up the link for a raid.
Right now, I'm contemplating trying to find a Ford 7.8 liter inline six diesel for one of my OBSs. Pull the old 7.3 IDI out and put the 7.8 in because I know we were able to get 400 horsepower out of those blocks. We gotta find one. They're a hard engine to find. Little torque monsters and bulletproof.
I'm sure they're out there.
Ooh. And it's so easy to hook up too. It's all mechanical, and almost any transmission will mount to the adaptable bell housing that came on it.
Point Judith. If I'm not mistaken, if you getting on the island, that'd be right on the left side, if I'm not mistaken.
They got any places for rent down there, Cajun?
Why?
Because it still could be an option.
Oh. Well, I'm getting with Christy Daly in a couple days. She's a realtor. She sold the house next to me. I think they got that house for $16,000, I think. And the guy Randy that bought the house did the work himself inside. He's the after work. He's the head honcho of LSU over here in Eunice, LSU College. And he would come over here. He'd do 2 or 3 hours of work a day. That was it. And he got his bedroom set up first where he could, sleep, put a window unit in the window, air conditioning unit in the window. That way it was comfortable. And then on the weekends he'd work, and then his wife would come helping, and one of the boys. And it didn't take but a month and a half, 2 months. He had that house, man, the inside of that house. Because I've been in that house before he bought it, and then right when he bought it. And old man Fontenot, Charlie Fontenot was living in that house, and he died. And I knew Charlie like that in passing. Hello, how you doing? He parked, his driveway was next to my property, my piece of land. And he'd get out of his truck and he'd have a 18-pack or 12-pack, whatever. And he'd go in the door. He lived in the back of the house. He had a bedroom and then a bathroom. He didn't live in the front part. And when he passed away, the brother from Lafayette got Christy Daly to put, they had Rice Realty there. They couldn't sell the house. So Christy, and then there was another realtor that had it for sale. And then Christy, since she's a realtor, she could sell that house and get a commission. She won't get 6%. She would get something like 3% or 4%. And then the other realty company would just get like 2%, 2 or 3. But she did all the work. And she sold that house to Randy Estes. And man, that house is something else, buddy. He put a new metal roof on it. It had a metal roof, but it was a decrimp metal. And it had lightning rods. all along it, lightning, the little short lightning rods that would go down and then go in the ground. Well, you're just asking for a lightning strike like that. If you got anything, because it's going in the ground, okay, and you get all them positive ions up there in a storm, lightning wants to go to the ground, wants to hit ground. That's what makes your lightning strike. Well, you got all them lightning rods on your house. That's a perfect target, okay? Well, well, if lightning does hit your house, it'll go in the ground instead of in your house or whatever. But it's still gonna miss your electronic stuff more than likely. And anyway,
Well,
he put in new rules. He didn't put the lightning rods back up though. And,
my lightning rods run to my bride, so it's still waiting for a good strike.
No, okay. Film it, huh? Slow motion. On the intercoastal waterway. Damn, I was raised on the intercoastal waterway. I was brought up in Intercoastal City, Louisiana. Look it up. It's right. It was always there. Intercoastal City was always there, and it was called Intercoastal City before the Intercoastal Waterway. Intercoastal Canal was dug out. They had the Vermilion River pass right there, and that's why oil industry and all that. The Vermilion River went out in Vermilion Bay by Onion Bay. No, not Onion Bay. Little White Lake. It came out in Little White Lake off of Mud Point, in between Mud Point and Buck Point. And then they dug the 4 mile cut, what they call the 4 mile cut. They dug that because it was an easier route to the bay. But the Vermilion River passed right through Intercoastal City. Yeah, or it hit a tree and killed 26 cows. Yeah. Cows are laying underneath the tree. Cows are laying down. It's not good fishing. It's not good weather. Cows standing up grazing is good weather. So what happens if half your cows are laying down, half are standing up grazing? Partly cloudy.
Well, we used to use electricity to tenderize our meat. Like when we went hunting or butchered a cow, we'd actually use electrical current to actually make meat tender. So if lightning hits those cows, man, get that barbecue out and those forks, and you're gonna have some soft steaks, and partially pre-cooked.
Yeah. Fully cooked. I want mine medium. I want pink throughout. Not medium rare, but medium.
Lightning is an unusual creature, just like tornadoes. A lot of lightning actually starts from the ground up.
A lot of people don't know that.
And tornadoes, depending on what kind of tornado is, but majority of the tornadoes that we see actually start from the ground up. Nature is upside down, but we perceive it right side up.
Yeah. If you actually film a bolt of lightning, a lightning strike, and go slow-mo, real slow-mo on that, you can actually see the flash of light come from the ground and head straight up. Now, all the ions came down and hit the ground and caused the visible lightning to go up.
That's right. But there are some storms like over the ocean and stuff that. And in some areas where it actually starts from the clouds up because there's just too much static charge built up and the ions are overly charged and they have to release.
He's in a bus. Turner.
Yeah. I'm renowned for robbing Greyhound bus lines,
All right. I put a link up there earlier. That is for Polar Bear Ed's garage, and Full Wave Rect. I never seen your email in the thing, but you have my email anyway. Well, yeah, I got your email. But anyway, I'm gonna put it in there one more time. There's a link for Puller Bear. Yeah, we're gonna go give him a raid. All right. And he's working on Plan B. Plan B, the pull engine for the tractor pull. He's working on Plan B for that.
Okay,
engine.
thank God it's an engine. I thought he was pregnant.
No, he didn't partake in alcoholic beverages. So, he's smart enough not to get pregnant.
No. Well, I guess we might as well say goodbye to everyone then, eh?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left, so
4 minutes? Oh, okay.
might as well do that, and then Ed will be coming on, and when y'all go to Ed's, just please tell him Cajun raid. Okay, say hi to Ed, say Cajun raid. He'll appreciate that. So, Raging Cajun, you want to start it off, brother?
All right, everybody, y'all have a safe week and definitely have a safe 4th. Cajun, thanks for sending me the link. Sarah, good to see you again. But everybody, y'all keep those wheels spinning and beavers grinning. We'll catch you on the next one.
Well, like usual, thank you for having me on your stream there, Boo. Nice seeing you again, Raging. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Chat, you're all awesome. You're all superstars. And may the divine toolbox bless you and your long weekend and your 4th of July. And may the fireworks be great and glorious. Have a great night. Catch you guys on the flip side.
I appreciate y'all guys coming up. Oh, and Raging Cajun, I forgot to mention that when I get with Christy, it's going to be on some property for sale. And then I'll relay that information to you and hook you up, give you her phone number. In fact, she's going to be coming on the radio here in about 3 minutes. She's got a radio show on cable, 101.1 FM. So I used to co-host with her on Sunday night. She used to, Missy used to cook, and Coach O was there, and a few other people were there, and I'd share the mic with her. Well, I had my own mic. I wouldn't share hers. But she was just an arm's length away from me. But anyway, all right, everybody, y'all know the routine. It was good seeing y'all again. All right, great having y'all in here, commenting. Appreciate all the likes, the super chats. Appreciate all that. All right, everybody, as always, y'all be careful. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Pluta.
Pluta.